Hello, beautiful healers. Stephanie here with Tuesday Tips. So, we all have goals, right? You have goals, I have goals, but do you ever really find that you're successful, or do you kind of feel like you're changing them in the middle? A lot of times I feel like I have to pivot and change my goals, but today I want to talk to you about my 3 top tips on how to not just set goals, but how to achieve them. And I wanted to talk to you today about this because in the beginning of the month, we talked about the law of attraction. And the law of attraction is not just posting a picture of Fiji up on the wall and saying, that's where I want to go. It is about visualization, but it's also about being in the right mindset and having achievable goals to meet that desire, that visualization. So stay with me for the next few minutes and I'm going to take you through my 3 top tips. Now, when I first started out in business, when I purchased a franchise, I had purchased a franchise back in 2016 and it closed because of COVID. Starting out, it was rough. I mean, it was tough getting clients and getting people in the door. And I remember that's when I first was introduced to coaching, really introduced to coaching, professional coaching. So once I got my coach, not only did I set achievable goals, but I saw a 70% increase in my revenue in year 1. Was actually year 2 for me, but I saw a 70% increase. And if it wasn't for this coach who really helped show me the path on how to not just set goals, but to achieve them, I would not be sitting here in front of you today. So my first tip, so if you want to set them and achieve them, stay with me. So my first tip is to you want to set SMART goals. And SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, and timely. So we all want a profitable practice. How many clients is it going to take for you to get there? So one of the things you want to do is set those SMART goals. I would like to see 20 clients a month, and I want to be at that number in the next 6 months. So when you and the reason that they want to be smart, so it's specific. I want 6 clients a month, I want to see 6 clients a month. I want 20 clients a month in the next 6 months, paying me $100 per session. That's very specific. It's very measurable. It's very timely and it's achievable. You're not saying you want to get 20 clients in the next month. You're going to do this over the next 6 months. So in the next 6 months, that's about 3 or so clients per month that you want to bring into your business. That's 1 new client a week. Is that achievable? Yeah, probably. So you can, and the reason you want to set it up like that is because you want to break it down. Okay? You want to be able to say, okay, over the next 6 months, that means I need to get 3 clients a month. And my sessions are already $100 per session. And so that's 1 client a week, roughly. Do you see how when you break it down like that, that it can be more achievable? You can see success. And some weeks you might get 2 clients. Other weeks you might get none. But how many clients did you get in the month? I got 3. So that's how you're going to set up your goals, is to create SMART goals. And then you're going to break that down further. Okay, so if I have to get 1 client a week, what am I going to do to get that 1 client? How many people do I need to talk to? When I used to do network, what do they call it? I used to be a Pampered Chef representative in network marketing. When I used to be in network marketing, they used to give us a number and they'd say roughly every 10 people you talk to are going to book a party with you. So, you know, depending on your modality, you might need a few more clients. You may not need less, depending, you know, it depends what you're offering. It also depends how you're saying that offer and making that offer to people. But we will talk about that in another session. So how many people do you feel that you need to talk to get that new client? Is it 10? Is it 20? Start tracking that. Track. How am I reaching out to people? How am I letting them know what I do and what I offer and how it can benefit them? So that's what you want to do. You want to break it down into smaller tasks, 1 client a week. So what am I going to do to get that 1 client a week? Well, maybe you research local fairs, local events, and you sign up to do a booth where you can meet 20 or more people and follow up with them after the event. Maybe you are great on social media and you're putting it out on social media. Maybe, you know, there are all different ways that you can do that, but choose 3. Choose 3 things that you are going to do this week that are going to help you get to that goal of 1 new client this week. What are 3 things you can do? So when I was building my after school art practice and I wanted 10 new schools by the end of the year, okay, well, I had my list of 200 or plus schools in my area. And I got my marketing materials together and I would drop information off and I would follow up, you know, and I would make my plan. Okay, so every Tuesday I would go out and I would drop off marketing materials. Okay, and so the first Tuesday of the month, I'm going to go to this area and I'm going to drop off 10. And the following week, I'm going to drop off 10 here and I'm going to drop off 10 there and I'm going to drop off 10 there. And I would strategically place them so that I'm not driving all over the place, you know. So, and then you would follow up, and then Wednesdays was my follow-up day, or maybe Tuesday. I don't remember. Whatever day. I picked a day of the week. That was the day that I would send my follow-up emails, or I would make my follow-up phone calls. So you need to create your plan of action. And what 3 steps are you going to take? First, my first step was to create a plan of action. Choose days, and what I was going to do each day. Then I needed to execute that plan. Okay? And make drive and drop off the materials and then follow up with them the following week and make sure that I follow up with them. And then third was, whatever it was, it would change week to week. So that is step 2, which is really break it down into 3 tasks that you can do, 2 or 3 tasks that you can do each week to achieve that goal. And then my last tip is to find an accountability partner. I had a coach. I'm not saying you have to go the coach route, but find someone who is going to help you stay accountable to your goals. Get on the phone with them each week and say, my goal is to get 20 new clients in the next 6 months paying me my rate. And then you could say, you and your accountability partner would check in with each other half an hour a week, a day. Maybe it's once a week, maybe it's once a day, maybe it's once every couple of days, however you two want to set it up. Or if you have a coach, it's most likely going to be weekly. And have them hold you accountable. And each week you can talk about it and say, this is my goal. Start off with, this is my goal. These are my action steps for the following week. And this is how I'm going to get there. And then you can also talk about your results and say, I did X, Y, and Z last week. I went to a wellness event. Awesome. How did it go? How many people did you meet? And you could talk about that. And you could talk about, well, there were no wellness events this week, but what I did was I got on my Instagram and I went live and I got some engagement. Awesome. Did you follow up with them? Did you DM them? Did you have any conversations? So, and you want to ask 2 questions with your accountability. If your accountability partner is worth their weight in salt. What went well for you last week? And what are you going to do better next week or this week coming up? What can you do better this time around, the next time you do that? So having that accountability person in your life, whether it's a coach or just a friend or a colleague, is really key. It was really key for me to have somebody who helped hold me accountable. I would not have seen 70% growth over my first year if it wasn't for my accountability partner working with me and showing me this method, showing me that, and being accountable to them. My cat said no. Yes. But if it wasn't for my accountability partner, I would not have gone anywhere. I would not have been there. I probably would have I would have had growth, but I wouldn't have had growth at the level that I had. So those are my 3 tips to set and achieve your goals. And if you want support around this, please take me up on my Holistic Biz Breakthrough session. This is a free 30-minute coaching session. This has a value of $297 on it, where we can sit down one-on-one, assess your challenges, lay out your next step, and see if we want to work together. If you want to do that, go to the chat, go to the comments. I'm going to put the link for that in there. But if not, go to tinyurl.com/chat with Steph, ChatWithSteph. Chat with Steph and schedule your free 30-minute breakthrough session with me. Holistic Biz Breakthrough. And if you don't see a time that works for you, email me and we can work together on scheduling. Okay? But until then, until our breakthrough session, or until next week, I'm wishing you great goal setting and much success. Namaste.